Only a couple of weeks until the Guardians will be in Goodyear, Arizona for spring training. There will be some questions that Stephen Vogt needs to answer in Arizona in spring training. One of them is, who is your second baseman? Remember, the Guardians traded second baseman Andres Gimenez to the Blue Jays. They eventually flipped him and ended up with Luis Ortiz, who figures to be into their starting rotation, a couple of minor league pitchers as well after they made a second trade with the Pirates. Guardians will miss Gimenez's defense. He's probably the best second baseman in all of baseball, but his price tag, which continues to go up with that contract that he signed, and his offense made him, quite frankly, somebody that the Guardians were willing to part with in spite of being a great second baseman. Gimenez went from hitting .297 a couple of seasons ago to .251 2 years ago, .252 last year. That average isn't bad. His home runs declined all 3 seasons from 17 to 15 to 9. You see the RBIs between 63 and 69. The thing to keep an eye on, his OPS, which is slugging percentage, on base plus slugging percentage, and it fell almost 200 points from up above 835 to 638. As a point of reference, an OPS of around 750, considered relatively an average major leaguer. The Guardians do have some reinforcements for second base. Guys like this guy, Juan Brito, they like him a lot. 23 years old. He was acquired by the Guardians in the Nolan Jones trade a couple of years ago with the Rockies. Brito, in a full season at AAA last year, hit .256, 21 home runs, 84 runs batted in. His OPS, .807. He hit 40 doubles in addition to his 21 home runs in his first full season at AAA. Year before, he had stops at 3 levels, high A, double A, triple A. .271, 14 homers, and 75 RBIs, and OPS of .811. The Guardians want to give Juan Brito every opportunity to win the job. That was another reason for the Gimenez trade. They also have Travis Bazzana. You remember him. He was the first overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft last year. He's a second baseman, had a good first year of pro ball. Here's an early projected lineup for the Guardians. You got Stephen Kwan playing left field, Kyle Manzardo at DH batting second, followed by Ramirez and Santana. Lane Thomas hitting fifth in this one in center field. He could swap with Manzardo in the 2-hole, depending on who's driving in runs at that point. You probably have Will Brennan and Jhonkensy Noel as a platoon in right field. Then you've got Brito, Naylor, and Rocchio, who figure to be the bottom third of that batting order. You still need a middle-of-the-order bat and some of the young guys to develop if you're going to feel good about that offense. Not sure that's going to happen. There are still some questions about that offense, without question.